glorious monarch, Her Majesty the Queen, appeared in public to welcome the brand new British Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Liz Truss. But there was a lot of speculation surrounding that particular picture. So as ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to have your company. Thank you one and all also for your lovely comments about the Phantom of the Opera. Yes, I know many people said, well, it's protecting the cast. Yes, I get that, but on the other side of the coin as well, you, the public, we, the paying, very expensive public, are just sat risking life and limb then, are we? And, as I say, the stage door is a place out in the open, fresh air. They simply could do selfies at a distance. They certainly could sign things by putting them in envelopes and give them to dedicated fans. To me, I'm going to put my sort of neck on the line here and say, I think it's wrong. You've paid all that money. They should give something back. They to step back in this particular crisis and say, look, pay to come and see us, but keep your distance. It's all about interaction in theatre now, and if you look at that, and it goes right back to the great old days of music hall. Marie Lloyd, the famous music hall star, knew that in order to get the crowd on side, you had to give them a sing-along. If you don't know who Marie Lloyd is, check her out. A real bastion of theatre. Knew exactly how to work the crowd, and a big firm favourite with the royals too. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. This particular story all centres upon our wonderful monarch, our gracious monarch, the Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, up in Balmoral. Didn't she look great in that living room, the green room, green drawing room at Balmoral? The reason, by the way, why they picked that was because it was the most neutral sort of thing. Most of the rooms in there have a lot of tartan associated with various elements of Scotland. Very tartan led up there. Lovely place though, absolutely have to say, wonderful. And there's a great Balmoral shop too. Yes, yeah, I've got a notebook from there. Lovely. Don't use it though, that sort of thing when you get you get a gift, don't you? You think, oh, I don't want to use that. You just leave it strategically placed around your lounge so people go, oh really? Balmoral, fancy. But of course the Queen was there to welcome her 15th Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Liz Truss, our brand new Conservative British Prime Minister. Let's hope she can get the job done, And it was an historical event, but as ever with our gracious monarch, lots of views about her health, how frail she looked, the fact that she was using a cane, all of that sort of stuff. There's nothing wrong with that, If I looked that good at 96, I'd be thrilled. I don't know about you, I thought she looked great. Yes, a little frail, definitely lost some weight, but a lot of people were focusing on the bruise on the hand, which you can see, which is predominantly very big. Now, I've been told by a very esteemed royal doctor, this is natural. That could have been from a feed of a drip or something like that, or she simply could have banged the hand, and it bruises a lot easier when you get to a certain age. There's another reason as well that Her Majesty decided to expose this. She could have easily worn gloves. She could have made sure that she wasn't photographed that way. She could have asked for the pictures to be airbrushed out. She's not that vain, The bottom line is she's there to do the job. The job in hand was to welcome the 15th Prime Minister in her reign. And also, I've been told by a very good source that Her Majesty the Queen was very keen that people could see the human aspect of aging. The bottom line is it happens to us all, You can fight back the years all they want with the night creams and the facelifts and everything like that. But the bottom line is Her Majesty the Queen is one of these ladies that is real, We saw that. And a lot of people talk about girl power and, people being, leaders and stuff like that. This was a woman who was doing that long before it was really invented. And I think it's refreshing to see for people of an older age not to be embarrassed about the things that happen as you reach older age. And who better, as we saw with Her Majesty the Queen during the pandemic, when she obviously had, COVID herself, could still be suffering from long-term COVID. But the bottom line is she shared it with everybody and said, it leaves one's awfully tired, doesn't it, that echoed around the world, didn't it? So for those people attacking our glorious monarch about her hand, please give it some thought, If you're lucky, we'll all get there. And if you are even luckier, perhaps you could look as good as our glorious monarch, Queen Elizabeth II. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.